everyone as powerless. The new system is already being built while the people are distracted over politics, stories, and they plan on positioning us like cattle for the slaughterhouse. So what's even more prophetic in this energy collapse is the shadow of a deeper spiritual truth. See, for decades, the church has plugged itself into the grit of the world. It has depended on government protection, corporate sponsorship, digital platforms to operate. It has become addicted to comfort, relying on systems built by man, and completely divorced from the supernatural supply of the Holy Spirit. I believe the Lord is allowing this grid failure, just like the Lord allowed the temple in 70 AD to be destroyed. See, one of the biggest problems that in the days of Jesus that they dealt with is that religious spirit. We talked about this with Pastor Vincent. That religious spirit, that Pharisee spirit. Do you guys understand where I'm going with this? Because the church has no power right now. They're lukewarm. And when the shaking comes, the removal of comfort is going to shake many to the core. But the blackout, the energy grid collapse, is not punishment for the remnant. It is a torch passed into their hands. Because when the world loses its power, God will pour out his on his consecrated end times remnant. Just as in the days of Elijah, when the prophets of Baal cried out to false gods to send fire. Remember that? Elijah he had like 200 of the other priests from the fake gods. And it was essentially a contest. They built 2 altars. And the priests cried out to their false gods for hours. It was very clever by Elijah. Whoever sent down the fire to burn up the altar won. The enemy exhausted itself, praying to their false gods to send fire, received nothing. But when Elijah called down the fire from God, heaven consumed the altar. And so it will be again. When the power stations go silent, when everyone is in desperation, the true power of God will be made known to those who have oil in their lamps, those who have been surrendered and obedient in the wilderness, these home sanctuaries, fellowships, ark safe havens will shine with supernatural light that cannot be shut off by man. See, the end times remnant's going to have to learn to not depend on Egypt for its supplies. We have to stop trusting in the Pharaoh to feed us, to protect us. Because Pharaoh is about to tighten the leash. And those still plugged into his grid will be choked by it. Guys, this is the hour of Joseph. We're going to build refuges, prepare the oil, train the community, disconnect from the false supply chain and reconnect to the true vine. See, Jesus is the light of the world. He does not flicker when the transformers fail. It is a short circuit when governments fall. He is our high priest, our eternal current. But you cannot live on both grids. Folks will have to choose Babylon or the kingdom, the beast system or the Spirit of God. The warnings are already in motion. The shakings are starting. The zippers being pulled on the Cascadian zone. Folks, pay attention to the blackouts. Start looking at it and tracking them in the news. County after county is going offline. You'll see you have to look for this because this is not the mainstream topic of conversation. Talk to your friends in other counties. I've only noticed the pattern because of the 1,000 text messages that I get a day. And I've noticed an uptick in this topic. You know, it makes me wonder, and I'm going to ask, how many in the chat right now are dealing with a power outage? I'm curious.